Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, and I have not sat and talked to you guys for a while, so I'm going to go on a little ramble right now and give you guys updates because I know I haven't been vlogging that much, but it's because I've been extremely busy. And especially during the summer, I actually get a lot of online clients. So I'm literally busy answering emails for probably the first 4 to 6 hours of my days. And then I'm going right into training with Shannon. I'm also doing double day cardio, and I'm also making sure that all of my meals are weighed out and everything. So I've been very busy, as well as working on several projects behind the scenes. But I kind of wanted to give you guys an update. I started prepping at the end of March, beginning of April. So I've been prepping for a little over 2 months now, and it's been very strict. I've been about 99% strict on my diet, not missing any workouts or cardio sessions either. That's all been 110% training with Shannon now. And I was going to do my first show in Vegas, and it was going to be July 21st, but I wasn't gonna compete in the Olympia or qualify for the Olympia, because I've been to the Olympia twice. For those of you that don't know, I am in the Ifbb Pro League, and I think a lot of people get it confused or mixed up because not a lot of you guys know or are not educated on which league I actually compete in. And I compete as an Ifbb Pro bikini athlete, and I got my pro card in 2011, and I've competed in 33 shows since then. I went on like a 3.5 year competing spree, and then I kind of just got burnt out, and so I've been off the stage for about 3.5 years now. So I'm coming back. I don't know if I've talked to you guys about all this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I haven't, but I am going to compete now in Oregon August 11th, and then I have 4 shows lined up after that, and I will be competing to try to qualify for the 2019 Olympia. The point system is a little bit confusing. So basically, if you place in the top 5 as a pro, you get points towards the Olympia. So the most points by the top pros within that year, starting August of this year to August of next year, will go to the Olympia. So if I were to have done the July show, then I would have not, and I did well, and I placed, the points wouldn't have counted for Olympia, which I'm trying to qualify for. So that's why I decided to do the very next show, which is going to be August 11th in Portland, Oregon. And it's actually going to be put on by Spectrum Productions, which is one of my favorite shows. I really enjoy the show. I think it's a very well put together show. They normally do shows in Sacramento, and the following show after that will actually be a Sacramento show, August 25th, 2 days before my birthday. I will be prepping through my birthday once again. But so yeah, a little update on that, why I actually chose to do August 11th. So technically right now I just calculated it, I'm 9.2 weeks out. So basically like 9 weeks out. And 2 days ago, I went from eating about 2,100 calories to eating about 1,700 calories. And basically cut like most of my sugars. Pretty high on fats, pretty good on carbs, and pretty good on proteins. But it's definitely a shock to my body. It's been kind of difficult the last couple days because I kind of just felt irritated and hungry, but I just know that my body just has to get used to this feeling, and then I'll be good to go in the next couple weeks. Not that the hungriness will go away or anything like that, but you just kind of get used to a routine once you've been doing it for a few weeks. So I also started double day cardio about this is my 2nd week doing double day cardio, I believe. No, actually it's my 1st week. So calories changed this week, double day cardios, 9 weeks out. Shannon is really trying to bring in a conditioning that I've never had before. So she's like, it's gonna get really hard. And I'm like, okay, let's do this, because I want to get super shredded and I want to bring the best package I could bring to stage. And I know that I've talked a lot about competing in the past and how maybe it's affected me negatively and how I've looked at things in the competing world. Because I'm a natural athlete, and I know I talk about this a lot, but I'm very passionate about it, and so that's why I talk about it. So for those of you that can appreciate this, then you guys want to hear this, and for those of you that don't care, then you guys can fast forward, because I'm going to talk about this. So being, you know, a top bikini pro athlete and getting my pro card in 2011 until 2018 now, the sport has significantly changed. When I first started, girls were a lot softer. They weren't as hard. They weren't as bodybuilding looking, especially like in the face and stuff. And over the past 7 years, it's really evolved into, you know, the bikini pros now look like miniature, like figure pros. Their conditioning's just crazy. Their muscle development's crazy. And so every year the competition gets harder and harder. And that requires most people, I'm not saying every single person is on a drug or some type of, you know, illegal fat burner or estrogen blockers or whatever it might be that you use. All these things are facts that people use these things in the bodybuilding world. Now, they are not acceptable in like the NFL league or the NBA or like Lance Armstrong. Like any enhancement legal drugs are illegal. But the bodybuilding world, they do accept it because it's about building muscle, and it's all about like not what you can do naturally, because most of these people, like there's no way in hell you could ever have the bodybuilding league and the conditioning and the muscle that is brought to stage naturally. It's just not, it just can't happen naturally. It's impossible. So the Ifbb League does allow drugs. And a lot of people ask me, well, why did you never compete in, you know, a natural federation? It's because the natural federation is not as competitive as the Ifbb. And there's also another league called WBFF. And I'm not taking that away, WBFF pros, but it's a lot easier to get your pro card than it is in WBFF than it is in the Ifbb League. You don't have to be as lean. You don't have to, there's not as much competition, I feel like, from what I've seen personally. This is my own opinion, my own perspective. It takes people years to get their pro cards in the Ifbb, and it takes people like 2 to 3 shows to get it in the WBFF league. And the same as far as like naturally, there really is no like shows or no real like just community, because people are not natural in the bodybuilding world. It's very rare, so there's not that many athletes that actually compete in these natural shows. I'm probably just rambling, but I'm kind of just trying to give you guys a background on competing and what it's about and what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So you guys know that I was actually raised in a substance abused home. And so I've seen what drugs do to people on any level, whatever kind of drug it is. They do affect people, and they affect them in a negative way. And I know a lot of people don't talk about this because a lot of people do take things, so they can't really talk about this. So that's one reason why I've always been super passionate about not doing drugs, not doing anything illegally. You guys know that I don't do any surgeries or anything like that, just because I believe in like natural health and doing things the right way. And my conscience is really like, I don't know, like I just feel better about myself that I'm not saying, hey, like, let me be your coach, let me do all these things for you because look at my conditioning, but you know, I'm using steroids and I'm using all these illegal substances in my body that cause a lot of side effects. you know, I want to genuinely come on here and talk to you guys about stuff like this, and say, hey, like, you know, you can live a healthy lifestyle. Mine's a little bit more extreme because I do compete, but it's not always going to be like this. I will have my off seasons, my improvement seasons, while I'll be consuming a lot more calories and stuff like that. But during prep, it's a challenge for me. I love it. I'm competing, and I'm just a very competitive person, and I love to challenge myself, and competing challenges me. So, anyway, I'm kind of getting off track here, but that's the reason why I decide to stay natural. And trust me, it's very hard sometimes to be like, oh, all I gotta do is take that little pill and you're telling me that I'm gonna gain 5 pounds of muscle in the next 3 months, instead of, like, you know, taking me like years and years. And now that I've hired Shannon, it's just a different level of training, you know? So I've been able to really gain muscle. But as far as doing it naturally and cutting and getting hard and getting striated and stuff like that for stage, is very difficult, and you have to do it right. So that's why I have Shannon in my corner this time around, and I feel really confident about what we're bringing to the stage. My quads look absolutely insane, and my training sessions with her are absolutely insane, and my diet right now is pretty crazy. You can start seeing that my face starts getting kind of thin when I start dieting hard and when I start doing a lot more cardio. But anyway, I am rambling right now, and that's just what I do best. But so that's why I kind of wanted to just tell you guys about why I decided to compete and stuff like that. And the whole reason behind it is because it really does bring out the best in me on a daily basis. Like, I wake up, I wake up early now, I do my fasted cardio, I get my meal in, I'm doing client emails all like till like 11 o'clock, then I pack all my meals, I go train with Shannon, I go to the store, and then I normally prep more food, and then, you know, and then I'm cardio later on in the evening. And then at night, like, I just have to be super on point and super in check with everything. And also, I don't drink as much. I love wine, and I think I drink a little bit too much of it when I'm not competing. So I like waking up feeling good every day. I like not feeling hungover every single day, you know? So competing is just really good for me. And I had a talk with my dad, and I had a talk with my mentor, and I had a talk with Shannon, you know, before I even decided to compete. And I just was letting them know where my state of mind was at, and that why I wanted to do it. And so I didn't want to compete for the Olympia, but Shannon said, well, since you're putting in all this work, you might as well try to qualify. So here I am, and I'm going to try to qualify for the Olympia. And Olympia is awesome. I've been there twice, and I've done all of that, and it's a great experience. It's like the Olympics of, you know, it's like the Olympics of bodybuilding, basically. So it's like the top 30 bikini pros out of thousands that go. So it's a pretty big deal. You're a top athlete, and it's on ESPN too. The Rock's there. It's like under his production company now. So that's why I'm doing it. And I know I haven't got on here and ranted as much as I wanted to, but I'm kind of just giving you guys an update on everything. And, you know, every day that goes by, what I've really been focusing on is focusing on just the day, and getting through the day, and winning the day, and feeling good about that I gave, you know, today my all, my absolute all. I'm exhausted at the end of the day. That's when I feel at my best, because I know I did everything I could within that day, you know, to better myself and to win the day. So I know a lot of people say, you know, how can you go through prep? How can you do that? Don't get me wrong, it's extremely hard. And not a lot of people can do it. And I give props to anybody out there that's done a prep, or done multiple preps, or bikini pro, or an amateur, or whatever, at whatever level, because it is very hard. But, you know, take it day by day. If you think like, wow, like in total I'll be prepping like 4.5 months, and if I'm like, wow, I've been super strict for 4.5 months, like that's a long time. So if you take it day by day, like meal by meal, workout by workout, you won't get overwhelmed. And that's how I just been trying to live life in general, just trying not to get overwhelmed. But Anyway, I hope I said what I was gonna say. I know I was talking about being natural, but the reason why I decided to be natural is because I genuinely, here we go. This is what I was trying to get to. I genuinely am passionate about health and about fitness, and I don't believe, on any level, if you're whatever level your health or fitness is, it's a choice to take steroids or to not take steroids. But for me, as being somebody in the public eye and somebody that people look up to get motivated or inspired by, I don't want you to get motivated, inspired by me because I'm, doing illegal things and putting drugs into my body that cause depression and, a lot of things. Like, there's a lot of things, side effects that these drugs, they cause. And maybe I'll go into more detailed video about that at some point. But I believe that health and fitness for most people are getting away from the depression, getting away from the anxiety, and all these substances, they actually create that, and they make it more present in your life. And so if you're trying to, get fit and get healthy, and then you're over here putting drugs into your body and illegal substances that are not natural, that's so contradicting. Because how are you're like looking, for fitness and all that as your therapy, but then you're putting all this bad stuff in your body to cause you more depression, more anxiety. And I just don't believe in that. I just think I just don't think that's a good example, And so I apply that to my life in general. I don't use drugs on any, level of anything. My personal life and my professional, as being a professional athlete. And I just wanted to thank you guys for supporting me. And I know a lot of you guys always ask these questions, so that's why I'm kind of just answering in this rant, and I apologize it's so long. But my mind state right now is awesome. And I've never felt better on a prep. I feel super black and white about things. I'm very present in my prep. I realize what's happening. If I'm hungry or irritated, I will realize that, and I'll focus on trying not to be that way, and not just, being moody or whatever. I really get a hold of it and realize what's happening, and it's not because I'm just having a bad day. It's just because I'm low on calories, or I'm doing double day cardios. I'm in the gym like 3 times a day right now. So it's extreme, but I love it. I love the challenge. I love bettering myself every day. I think that's what life is about. If you're not waking up and you're not challenging yourself and you're not giving it your all, then you're wasting your days. Like, we are not gonna be living. A lot of people think, like, I think I have thought this as well, or maybe I haven't thought about it too much, but you think you're just like invincible, like you're not gonna die. Like, everybody's gonna die in this lifetime, and every day is an opportunity to do something to go towards your goals and your dreams. And every day that you let pass by, that's nobody's fault but your own. And I just want to live my life without any regrets, and that's, for me, that's just giving every day my all, because that's all I can do, and I can just give it my best shot every day. And if I fail, that's fine. I'm gonna try harder the next day. I'm gonna try different things to succeed the next day. The most successful people have had the most failures, I guarantee you, because it takes a lot of failures to actually find success. Not find it, but it's almost like you're creating it. Like, I would say, like, failure is the building blocks to success. I don't know if I just came up with that or that I heard that somewhere, but anyway, my hair is looking a little snazzy, and these extensions are driving me kind of crazy, but whatever. Anyway, I just rambled for 20 minutes. So if you guys didn't listen to that, cool. I don't blame you. And if you guys did, awesome. I love you guys. I have late day with Shannon today, so I'll probably make the rest of this vlog kind of short. So I hope I did update you guys on some stuff, and that you guys understand kind of where I'm coming from and where my mindset's at. And I just wanted to say I truly appreciate you guys from the bottom of blah, 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 from the bottom of my heart. And I always read your guys' comments, and I get all your guys' messages and emails and Snapchats and IGs and all and everything, but it's a lot to reply to sometimes. So some people are like, why don't you reply to anybody ever? Like, I read them all the time, but it's hard to reply to hundreds and thousands of comments sometimes. So just know that I am watching you guys, and you know, I do appreciate your guys' support, and it does mean a lot to me, and I hope I can just keep bringing you guys, you know, good, raw, honest content. And I'll be working with a videographer hopefully soon here, and step up my YouTube game hopefully. So anyway, enjoy the rest of the vlog, and I got leg day with Shannon. I'm gonna die. I was working out. So we are here about to do leg day, about to get it, my chucks, and Candy is joining me for World War Legs, is what I call it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another workout. I apologize about the long rant, but it's just some things I had to get off my mind. I am doing leg day with Shannon, and I am warming up with lying leg curls for 15 reps. And then I am supersetting with walking side lunges with a band. Now you kind of want this band to be about a medium tension, and you can see that I take super small baby steps to the side. The reason being is because you want to keep that tension there. If you're taking big steps, then the tension goes off of the actual leg, so you want to make sure that you're keeping that tension there. I do 10 steps to the right, squat for 10, and 10 steps back and squat for 10. I normally do warm up with the bands now just to get a good blood flow in those muscles to start my leg day. And my first exercise is going to be squats. I'm doing 20 squats. Now, this is my fourth set that I'm recording for you guys, and I did superset this, so I'm going to tell you guys right now, this is not the best form. I definitely should have went deeper. I think I was just dying at this point. And Shannon will correct me when I am doing something wrong, but she never does it during the actual exercise when I'm in motion, because that causes me to completely pause the entire tension and the reps. So she did tell me after, hey, you weren't going low enough. But it's kind of weird because most of the time I do go pretty low, but I was definitely dying. You guys can see that I actually supersetted with a high placement with my feet, leg press, and this was really hitting the hamstring, glute hamstring tie-in. You can see that I'm touching that area. Sometimes when I have a harder time developing certain muscle groups, I will touch that muscle just to bring awareness for the muscle-mind connection. I also did 20 reps of this, so I did 20 reps of squats, and then 20 reps of the leg press. Then for the next exercise, I am going into cable kickbacks. Now, I have not done these in, I feel like, forever. I think this is the first time I've done this with Shannon, actually, in like the 10 weeks that I have trained with her. So these felt really, really good. I did 15 reps on each side, and I really made sure to keep that foot pointed towards the ground. And then I am finishing up with, I can't even think exactly what these are. These are like lying hamstring curls, basically, with body weight. So it's hyperextensions, basically. So I am using one leg at a time, and I am doing it for 15 reps. And I've never done one leg at a time, but wow, these are killer. They definitely burn my hamstring, and they feel really, really good with that glute hammy tie-in area. Hope you guys enjoyed this voiceover, and I will talk to you guys on the next one. Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday morning and I am getting up. I'm not doing fasted cardio this morning. I only do it Monday through Friday, and then I do one cardio session on Saturday, and then I rest on Sunday. I have a deep tissue massage appointment this morning, and I'm gonna kind of record some of the stuff that she does to me, just to show you guys what I'm actually doing in that session. I'm going her like 2 to 4 times a month, just depending. So I'm going to measure out all my breakfast right now, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm eating for breakfast. And this is what I've been eating for breakfast since Monday, and I don't think it's going to change for like probably 4 to 6 weeks. We're just going to change as my body progresses. But I also wanted to cover something as well that I get asked a lot. A lot of people ask me, how do you eat the same thing all the time? Don't you get tired of it? And honestly, I've been eating this pretty much the same breakfast, mainly, you know, egg whites and oats, sometimes having some fruit and extra, and like really that's about it. And then I just have my coffee. And I believe starting your day off right with a healthy meal, with a light meal, you know, just giving your body what it needs. I don't feel groggy. I feel like I'm ready to attack the day. So I've always liked, you know, the breakfast that I have. And my current breakfast right now is half a cup of oats, 3/4 cup of egg whites, and 1/4 cup of blueberries. And then I have probably like 1 or 2 Nespressos in the morning. So yeah, that's my breakfast, and I actually love that breakfast. I've had it for years, like every single morning. So I mean, that's in detail what I'm actually eating right now as of this last week, because my last week my diet has changed, like I've mentioned before. So hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog. Look who I found. What are you doing? You need a haircut. Come on, let's go get your breakfast.
forget all the wrongs and every reason why we've changed. And there's a storm inside my head. It's getting me in trouble, baby, and I can't break